All right, guys, today's lesson is lesson 96. On number 1, Freddie is 2 years older than Francesca. Francesca is twice as old as Chloe. Chloe is 6. So Chloe times 2 is Francesca, so that would be 12. Freddie is 2 years older than that, so it would be 12 plus 2. So Freddie is 14 years old. Number 2, what's the total number of days in the first, that should say 3 months of the year, I'm sorry. Wonder why it doesn't. We went ahead and said that February was a leap year. I don't know why they did that. I made sure not to put any close answers. I made sure not to put 91 as an answer, but 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 8 is 10, and then this would be 9. It would be 90 days. That's what the book said. That one was a little confusing and silly. It costs $1.52 to mail the package. Nate put 3 37-cent stamps on the package. Why is it not saying the whole question? How much more postage does Nate need to mail the package? So we multiply 37 cents times 3. That would be 21. 3 times 3 is 9, 10, 11. $1.11. It costs $1.52, so I need to subtract $1.11 from the amount it's supposed to be. 2 minus 1 is 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. Decimal, 0. He needs an additional 41 cents. 32 desks were arranged as equally as possible in 6 rows. How many rows had exactly 5 desks? So divide 6 rows. 6 times 5 is 30. That means there are 2 desks left over. So if you think about that, there are 6 rows of 5 desks. But then there are these 2 other kids. So what does a teacher normally do? She just puts them in 2 other rows. So if we had that, it would kind of look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here are the 6 rows. And there are 5 in this row. 5, 5, 5. But then you've got those 2 extra students. So you have 2 rows with 6. So how many rows had 5 students, I believe it asked. Yes, exactly 5 desks. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So part A is 4 rows. How many had 6 desks? That would be 2 rows. Number 5, 2/3 of the 21 riders rode their horses bareback. How many riders rode bareback? 3 times 7 is 21. So I know in each of these thirds, there are 7. And it said 2/3 rode bareback. So it'd be 2 7s, which equals 14 riders. 6A. What decimal represents the number that is shaded? That is shaded, right? Yes. All right, so let's count these squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of how many altogether? 100, whenever you have a large grid like that. So they have 5 hundredths. And remember, when you write 5 hundredths as a decimal, it looks like this, because that is 5 tenths, that is 5 hundredths. 6B. What decimal names the part that is not shaded? So if you have 5 out of 100 that are, that'd be 100 minus 5 to show me what is not. And that would be 95 hundredths. See, what percent of the square is shaded? So you have 5% of the square that is shaded. Anytime you have a denominator of 100, that top number can be a percent. Where it gets tricky, though, is if this was 5 tenths, which it's not. Your answer is 5%, but if you had 5/10, you add a 0, and that would make it 50%. Just something to remember. Part number 7. Near closing time, 31 children and adults are waiting in line to board a ride at an amusement park. I'm going to Disney. That's going to be my amusement park. 8 people board the ride at one time. So divide 31, the number of people in line, by 8, the number of people that can ride at one time, to find out how many people can get on the last, or how many people, what was the question? Will be on the last ride of the day. Okay, so this is a little bit of a tricky one too. 8 divided by 31 is 8 times, let's see. Oh no, we can only do 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 11 minus 4 is 7. So you're going to have 3 full ride cars of people riding that ride, okay? 1, 2, 3. But then you're going to have 7 people that are like still in line. So this is the last ride of the day. This is the last ride of the day, and those 7 people are going to be on the last ride of the day. So the answer to number 7 is 7 people. Number 8, round 3,874 to the nearest 1,000. Underline the 3, look at the 8. 8 is a round up number, so 3 becomes a 4,000. Number 9, Alicia opened her liter of milk and poured about half of it into a pitcher. About how many milliliters are still in the container? So 1,000 milliliters. She poured about half of it down the drain. 5 times 2 is 10. 0. This is 500. Milliliters on number 9. Number 10, the sun was up when Mark started working. It was dark when he stopped working. How much time had gone by? So he started at 11:30 a.m., stopped at 8:40 p.m. There's a couple different ways you can do this, but I'm just going to count. That's the way you normally do it in real life. So I start at 11:30, 12:30. Now I go to 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. That is how many hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. And 30 to 40, 10 minutes. 9 hours, 10 minutes. 11, for 5 days, Pillar recorded the high temperature. The temperatures were 79, 82, 84, 81, and 74. What was the average high temperature for those 5 days? We have not talked about average. You're going to see it on lots of the coming math homeworks. Average is where you add all of these numbers and then divide by the number of numbers, which is kind of confusing. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. That's what we divide by. We add all of them up, then divide by that. So 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 9 is 16, plus 4 is 20. 8 and 2 is a 10, 18. 18 plus 7 I want to do is 25. 25 plus 8 is 33. 33 plus 7 is 40. So we're dividing 400 by 5 to find the average. 8 times 5 is 40. There's 0 5s and 0. And the average is 80 degrees. All right. Lena drove 368 miles in 8 hours. Let's see, if she drove the same number of miles each hour, how far did she drive each hour? 8 times 4 is 32. you divide to find the number of miles per hour. We've been doing that a lot recently. 6 minus 2 is 4. Bring down your 8. What times 8 is 48? 8 times 5 is 48 times 6 is 48. 46 miles per hour. Number 13. We're adding these numbers. The most difficult part of this whole thing, making sure your place value is lined up. Just give yourself plenty of space. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 8 is 10. Carry. 6 plus 3 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. Carry. Again. Carry. Again. Carry. And 5. 500,005 on number 13. 14, subtracting. 6 becomes a 5. 9, 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 2, decimal, $5.22. Remember your decimal. There is an option with no decimal. Number 15. I lined these up with the most place value numbers to the least. I made all the zeros that I just added to hold the place red. They have no value. They're just there so I don't get confused. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 2 is 16, plus 9 is 25. 6, 9, 11, 14, 16, carry, decimal. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 1. $17.65 on number 15. 16, two-digit multiplication. 6 times 4 is 24. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 3 things, 1, 2, 3. 6 times 2 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Add them up. 4, 2, 624 on number 16. 25 times 25. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Do 3 things. 2, 3. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry your 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Add them up. 5, 2, 6. 625 on number 16. Wait, 17. That's why I didn't see the right number. 17 is 625. 18. To find what m is equal to, I'm looking for how much 1m equals. Right now I know how much 8m is equal to. So if I divide by 8, that'll tell me how much is equal to 1m. So 2 times 8 is 16. This is 0. Put your decimal up there. How many 8s are in the number 4? 0. 0 times 8 is 0. 4 minus nothing is 4. Now I have how many 8s are in 40, and that is 5 times 8 is 40. 40 minus 40 is 0, and I got $2.05 is equal to 1m, or, which we mostly just say m, is equal to $2.05. 19, 300 times 60. Put your 0 in your answer, mark it out. Oh, no, 0. 6 times 0 is 0. 0. 3 times 6 is 18. 18,000 on number 19. 20. $8.56 times 7. This is 42. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 4 is 39. 7 times 8 is... Why did I just forgot this one last time too. It's 56 plus 3 is 59, decimal $59.92. 21. 845 divided by 7. 1 times 7 is 7. 8 minus 7 is 1. Bring down a 4. There are 2 7s in 14. 14 minus 14 is 0. Bring down a 5. How many 7s are in 5? 0. 0 times 7 is 0. 5 minus nothing is 5. Nothing left to bring down. Remainder 5. 120. Remainder 5 on number 21. 22. There is 1, 9, and 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down a 0. And that's all over again. 1 times 9 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. And guess what? Again. This could go on forever. 10 minus 9 is 1. So now I have a remainder of 1. 111, remainder 1. 23. 432 divided by 6. 6 times 7 is 42. 1 left over, bring down a 2. We know that 2 times 6 is 12, so there's no remainder. And 23 is 72. 24, skip. 25. The wall was 8 feet high and 12 feet wide. How many square feet of wallpaper? I think I should say was needed. The book says were needed to cover the wall. 2 times 8 is 16. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 96 square feet of wallpaper. 26. So 26 is more average type questions. We're going to start seeing these kinds of things more often. It says below are 10A scores on the first 7 games, and we're going to answer 26 using that information. Which is the score that occurs most? We have 85, 85, 100, 90, 80, 100, and 85. I could do a line plot to see how many different scores there are and which one occurs the most. But I see 3 85s, 2 100s, 190, and 180. So the score 85% occurs the most. 27, what's a reasonable estimate of the number in each group when 912 objects are divided into 3 equal groups? So the most reasonable estimate. We rounded 912 to 900. I know 3 times 3 is 9. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 300. There are 300 objects in each group. 28. According to many health experts, a person should drink 64 ounces of water a day. That is true. If Shakira's glass holds 8 ounces of water, how many glasses of water should she drink in one day? So we're dividing 8 ounces because of her glass, divided by 64 ounces to see how many of these she needs to drink in a day. I know 8 times 8 is 64. So she needs to drink 8 glasses. 29. Arthur told his classmates that his age in years is a single-digit, odd number greater than 1. He also told his classmates that his age is not prime. How old is he? So I wrote the single-digit numbers, and we need to make sure we mark out all the ones it can't be to find the one that it is. It is an odd number, he said, right? So we need to mark out all the evens. 2, 4, 6, 8. He said it's greater than 1. And he said that it is not prime. 3 is prime. Uh-oh, it deleted it. Mark it out. 5, prime. 7, prime. Arthur is 9 years old. He's also really smart and kind of tricky, isn't he? 30, we're going to be seeing more of these kinds of formulas. You will see these as you get older as well. If y equals 3x minus 1, what is y when x is 2? So you plug in 2 for the x. I rewrite it like that every time. Your math teachers, which is going to be me now, they're going to expect that. So y equals 6 minus 1. y equals 5. All right, guys, miss ya. I hope I see you soon.